Hey friends and fellow mountain bikers, I'm Liam from Worldwide Cyclery, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about the new E13 AT tires, why they're different, and why I like them. Alright, so E13 is coming out with yet another tread design. It is the third generation, I believe, of their AT tread. Their first generation they still make, I believe it's called the Classic. Then they have the E13 AT, which is currently available. And now this third generation, which changes it up quite a bit from the way the lug pattern sits and also the rubber compounds. So I've been on these tires for 6 to 8 weeks now, riding all different kind of conditions. So the tread pattern is a bit different, especially these center lugs. They've made them quite a bit bigger. They spanned the width of the tire more as well as how big they are across. They have a little bit better braking, more siping, and as well as a new rubber compound. So they came out with a new rubber compound called MOPO. So this rear tire I have has MOPO on all the tread. It's a ultra high tact, super slow rebound rubber, and it's supposed to give you really good grip in all conditions as well as wear pretty good. So that's definitely been the case for me. The tires have worn extremely well for what I've put them through, actually pretty impressively well. Riding, the super dry dirt like we have here with a bunch of rocks. This is our local terrain right now, so I've ridden a ton of this, which pretty much chews up tires most of the time. And they've been wearing super well, faster or less fast than what I typically ride. So that's super nice to see. And then the casings as well have changed up a bit. So on the front, I have a LG1R EN, and on the rear, an LG1R DH. So the front's their Enduro tire, the rear's the DH tire. We'll have all the specifics in a blog breaking down all of that nomenclature and the naming, because it is a bit confusing, as with all tires, but we'll definitely get into that in the blog. Today I'm on the LG1R EN, LG1R DH. They're both dual ply tires, so they're super protective. They do weigh quite a bit, but that's what you get when you get a protective tire. The front's around, I think, 1140 grams, and the rear's around 1250. So they're pretty heavy, but given with the protection of them, they're actually not too bad on the weight scale. All right, so the MOPO rubber compound is a new rubber for E13, but it's actually a pretty funny story. I'm not sure if I'm getting this exactly correct, but the guys at E13 went to their tire manufacturer overseas, and they're feeling different tires, and they found this moped tire that had a super ultra high tack, super slow rebound rubber, and they're like, dude, how do we get these on a mountain bike tire? And they didn't know how to do it at first in the factory, and they kept trying, and the persistence of E13, they managed to get this moped tire rubber onto the mountain bike tires, and that's where the name MOPO came from. It's from a moped that they're making for mopeds on overseas, and now it's on the mountain bike tires. So pretty funny story there about the MOPO rubber compound.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
So previously, the E13 tires that are currently out now, the most updated version, kind of has a much smaller center lug than these have, as well as a kind of a taller side knob. So with the combination of the smaller center and the taller side, kind of gives itself to be a kind of square tire profile, as well as the center knobs didn't have, for myself, all that much grip and transition when you're going from the center to the side. And that's definitely changed for this new version. This new version is much wider, but also gives a lot more transition confidence when you're going from that center to that side knob. It's really good smooth transition, as well as the braking, because the knobs are much larger. The braking is much better all across the board. So you get better braking, better transitions, as well as a softer, ultra high tack, slow rebound MOPO rubber compound. And so far, they're definitely a win in my book. And let's go over some pros and cons. Pros for these tires, definitely the rubber compounds, both the non-MOPO and the MOPO. Super ultra high tack, slow rebound, so definitely a pro. Another pro would be the transition from the center to side knobs, as well as the braking power. I mean, that's key on a good tire, and these tires are definitely good for it. Another pro I'd say is the protection on both the Enduro and the DH casings. They're super well protected. They have what's called the aramid reinforcement. So it's this kind of weaved pattern on the sides. Helps protect against cuts and also pinch flats. I've had no flats on these, so it definitely helps. And then cons. First con I'd say is weight, but that's gonna happen with any, heavy protective tire, but still an issue. You're still pedaling up some pretty heavy tires. So weight, as well as the naming convention. It's a little hard to follow. If you're a diehard E13 fan, you'll definitely get it. But even some of the guys around the shop, it's hard to follow, hard to know what you're getting. So
look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
Definitely, on more on the con side on that. Final thoughts. If you're an aggressive trail rider or a downhill rider and you're really looking for some, good traction, good wearing, good braking, good protection, I'd definitely check these out. They have all of that in them and more. The rubber compounds are awesome, both the MOPO and the non-MOPO. Really digging that. And yeah, really, I'd say the wear factor of them. I've been riding them pretty hard on hard-packed rocks and stuff, and that normally chews up tires, especially breaking down steep rock slabs. And they've worn them super impressively compared to other tires I ride. So definitely a good plus on that. They should be available now when this video comes out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, tune in for more mountain bike content.